Okay, we got a moon video. I'm sorry, a moon photograph that I downloaded. I'm just showing everybody, anybody that comes to my channel, especially Rufus and Harold Kautz. Harold Kautz, I don't think knows how to do any of this, so I'm trying to show him. He can see it all for himself. It's not space aliens. And his buddy Rufus, if it's not Harold himself, also should know how to do some of this shit. Instead of worrying about Harold all the time, maybe Rufus, you should just go and look at what I'm showing you. I think I just found some more body imagery too. I'm going to put a green filter on. Huh. Yeah, I did. Anyways, what we're looking at here is the moon. Full of imagery, full of image within image within image from the veil to the ground. Some of them I'm trying to crop for you. I'm jumping back and forth from monitor to monitor to show you the imagery is everywhere. I'm adding a green filter because the photograph that I have here is kind of orange. It's got an orangey tint to it. So I'm going with a green filter. Why? Rufus? Why, Rufus? Contrast. That's right. Contrast, because we've lost some contrast in our eyes. You can go ahead and say that the space alien stole it, but that's not what happened. So it's not a this is not about a pissing contest to see who's right. It's definitely not a popularity thing. If you're looking to make money on YouTube and be a YouTube star and everything like that, then okay, fine. But I mean, obviously that's not what I got going on here, right? Should be able to tell that by now. So I'm trying to show people that they can see the whole entire system from the veil to the ground for themselves with their own eyes. Don't need no more assholes telling you shit. No more liars. No more fucking churches. No matter, even if it's the Church of Science, because that's all your science is, buddy. It's just another religion. That's all it is. And I think that when I'm done with Harold and doing Harold's series, I will there were some really good other flat earthers that I really liked a lot too, that I should be bringing this to their attention to. There was a lot of them, actually. There were a lot of flat earthers that I like that I should have been calling this to their attention, because I don't think that space people are gonna fucking get it at all. If you think you're in outer space, man, then forget it. You know what I mean? There's no arguing with you people, because you think that you have science on your side. You think science is science. You think it's factual. It's just another religion. It's just another bunch of fucking lies that everybody goes along with. So what the fuck? So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. We'll see what happens. But I'll have some fun anyways. Try to enjoy myself a little bit. So what I was doing here, by the way, I was telling you in the last video, is I got my laptop's laying down on the ground so that I can turn my camera every which way and get every angle out of it, people. Because every angle is going to show the imagery in a different way. It's all lights and shadows from the veil to the ground. That's what it's all about. I'm adding the green filter to give you some contrast. I already got some contrast with the orange filter that they got on the telescope. So I'm adding the green one to give you a little contrast. I'm showing you all this so that you see it's not a secret. It's not just for me. You know what I mean? It's not something that only I can fucking give you, or that's what makes my channel so special, is because only I can show you this stuff through my hydron fucking microscope and my hydrogen telescope. And bullshit. They're all full of shit, man. They're all full of shit, people. And you can fucking go see it for yourself, man. These people are fucking lying motherfuckers. All from the veil to the ground. They're lying motherfuckers. So all you're doing is you're digitally collecting. This is digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area that we call the moon. That's it. It's that fucking simple. Digital collection, meaning you're going to use your camera to do it, but you can certainly use your own eyes as well. Now, I could be pointing at all this imagery now, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to look around, have a smoke, take my time. I don't get fucking all freaked out and anxietied out about showing this to anyone anymore. Those days are done. They can try to distract me with stupid arguments about Harold, as if that's what it is I'm showing them is all about Harold. So fucking doesn't do it Harold, except for the shit that comes out of Harold's mouth. So you guys can talk all the shit you want. I'm showing it to you, and I'm showing you how to go see it for yourself. You have not yet, come back and said, oh yeah, I went and looked, and what you're looking at is space aliens, because that's what I want. That's what you're going to have to do, Wolfus, in order to convince me that you even are real, like you're a real person, because otherwise you're just full of shit. Coming on and saying that, the shit you're saying about Harold, fuck Harold. Harold's got his chance. He's got his chance to come in and do the same thing that you now have your chance to do, but you're not doing it. I keep going on your channel. I pop on there every time to see, is he posting videos of the clouds today? Is he posting videos of the mineral streets today? My phone's fucking beeping. What is he? Oh, nope, nothing. No, nope. You don't have nothing on there, Rufus. So I see all the imagery very clearly. I'm moving kind of fast. Like I said, I'll go back and I'll trace a few later when I go back. I'm just trying to show you what it is, my angles that I'm taking and shit like that. My phone is upside down on my tripod so that I can get closer to the computer with it, so I can bring you in on some of this deeper stuff like this. I can go like this and come all the way down on the computer and bring you in the imagery, because that's also helpful. And I'll swipe back and forth slowly. Pulling in what? Lights and shadows, right, Rufus? Lights and shadows. Because that's what it's all about. Lights and shadows, lights and shadows. So what you should be doing is going and talking to Harold, Rufus, and telling him you found the fucking space aliens, and we can see the space aliens for ourselves. We don't need any more fucking telescope shit to get into outer space and send it 2 million light years away just so you can, you're all full of shit. And I don't know if you're not Harold, which I don't know, it's hard to say. Everybody's always coming in here under fake names and shit like that, or anonymous and stuff. They subscribe under anonymous. That's why I don't even know who most of my subs are. And then the subs that might be really interested and the ones that really are watching, they're going to be confused by what I'm saying, because they don't come in and ask questions. They're either afraid to. I don't know. You guys are out there. I'm just by myself, so I don't know. I just hope that the word is really getting out there. I got it in the back of my mind that some people are seeing it, and what they do is they just go home, look for themselves, and then freak the fuck out, because it takes some time. And then maybe those are the couple that are coming back and watching more videos to see what is it exactly that I'm seeing. And now that I see it, but what is it? My recommendation to you guys is keep looking. Just continue to keep looking everywhere. In the grass, the snow, the ice. I'm going to get into some ice and snow. I might even jump around off the moon and stuff too. I'll run these moon videos through, and I might run some other research vids through. So you guys that are out there that might be happening with, and you're seeing it all, and you're like, holy fuck, what the fuck is this? This is nothing that I've ever been told. This doesn't have anything, and you'll be able to tell that once you start getting your eyes on it all. And then the other thing is the Metellus. For anybody that has interest in the Metellus, I got a lot of the Metellus down pat. I have to be careful about some of the ingredients. I have to put tape over the labels. I have to only hint around to what they are. Some of them toxic chemicals, I'll just say, put it that way. Some of the toxic ingredients that are there. But I did find a way in my last and one of my other channels. I found a way to call out the medical industry, because there's a lot of people out there suffering with a biometallus. So they think it's only a biometallus, but it's really bios, electros, and the hybrids. They're all of them actually, because you got the nanos going too, but the ones that they'll be able to see with their eyes be all the way down to the electros. And anybody who's suffering with Morgellons, for sure, you definitely should look into what I'm telling you about the Metellus, because that's what it is. So I'm angling my camera back up right now. You'll notice that when I'm angling it different ways, I'll get other imagery more clear that you weren't able to see before, and then that one will start coming in clear, like I've been saying. So, don't just go up to a picture of the moon and go like this with your camera and think that you're gonna fucking see it all. You gotta look. You gotta fucking look, just like I'm doing here. I'm kind of forcing it on people to look. You know what I mean? Because I'm going right up with my camera and I'm looking at the imagery. So I give it like 2-3 seconds in my eye as I'm moving the camera through. So watch. I'll bring it through here. I mean, I could start over here, but it seems like by the time I get halfway through, people are already bored by the time I even get this far in, which they shouldn't be. That's why I say look on your own, because you'll enjoy yourself more. And then when I remaster these, I'll bring you in on all the imagery that my eyes are now catching. As I'm coming through, I'm seeing all this imagery, and you maybe not. You may be just so sorry to say to anybody that might be serious or real, but we've all been fucking dumbed down by this system. We're afraid to look. The fake system, not the real system. The real system is not dumbing us down. Not that I can tell. In other words, we've had a right to know about everything that I'm showing you, and we do. We have a right to know about it all. I'm purposely glaring things out at you and changing the angle of my camera. This is all purposeful, just to let you know. A lot of it is second nature to me now. I've been doing it so long. Like, for example, if I can get my finger in here. See this eye right here? You're not catching the image that eye goes with. You're probably seeing this face here. I got to keep hitting my freaking mouse so that the screen don't stop. Hold on a minute again. Okay, I keep getting interrupted and I have to keep stopping. So this time I'm just going to start over here. You can see what direction I got the moon in. I'm going to start over here and I'm going to work my way up and around the moon. pulling the imagery. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call the moon, so that I can post this for Harold Kautz and Wolfus, who I keep calling Rufus on purpose because I'm a fucking wise ass. And I highly doubt Wolfus is his real name, right? So it doesn't really matter. So anyways, I'm gonna come up here. My eyes are catching all the imagery as I come up. I'm angling my camera at all different angles as I'm coming up. Now you can do this on paper. I have it set up in my it's too dark in here to even see it, but I have it set up on paper on a piece of plexiglass. I'll do that for you. I usually do that through every series. I would point stuff out, but I'm not going to do that until I get into the remasters. When I start remastering, I'll do that for you. The light, you would think that it would help you, that white light around it, that square, but it really doesn't. It's actually a pain in the balls to have that around because it fucks with the light in your camera. But I mean, the imagery's all there. I see it. I'm looking at real deep down ones right now. All the stuff that's in here. Maybe I'll get a stick and I'll start talking about some shit. Might as well. Fuck it. What am I at? 16 minutes? Get my stick in here. Okay, so this face right here, this dark area right here, I'm going to bring you in on it. It's going to be a face. Many faces. But anyways, when you bring it around and you find it at a certain angle, you're going to see the whole body. There's a female body laying here the long way. And I'll try to get her for you if I can. I'm going to bring her in a lot of different ways. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking advantage of this area to show you the imagery on this particular one because it's all lights and shadows. So when you have a big lit area here where there's a lot of light coming through and this dark spot right here looks like a dark spot, you can get the detail on this imagery so fucking good. Once you get good at doing this, you'll be able to go in on it and look at it and you'll be like, oh, I see. You'll see the intent in every direction. It's really amazing shit. Why more people are not going and looking for themselves, when I think about the hundreds of people just that I called out on YouTube, because there have been hundreds of them already. So why they're not going and looking at this themselves, it's just unbelievable to me that people are not willing to look. It's really incredible. Because you guys would see it so much better, is another point of that. Because I'm dealing with camera glare, I'm dealing with having to move shit around all the time, and I got shitty equipment. So when I'm moving my camera around, it's bouncing. It doesn't give your eyes a chance to adjust to the imagery. All that kind of shit going on. I try to be as good as I can about it, but you know, shit happens. I don't want to fucking make this a miserable thing. Like Wolfus is accusing me of and stuff like that. It's just laughable. That I'm looking for attention, that I'm looking to have a YouTube channel and looking for attention. It's so fucking stupid, man. Okay, first of all, the shit that I'm bringing you, it has nothing to do with who would want attention for this, right? You know what I mean? It's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I think you're just so used to everybody out there, that's the way it is. Everybody wants to be an entertainer, so you're thinking that must be my goal, you know? And it's not. I know I'm bouncing the camera around a lot because I'm talking to, but it's all right. Don't worry about it. You'll get it. I'm gonna keep bringing you back down here to this one too. So as we float by, you know, like you might see at this angle, you might see eye, nose, and mouth of that one. Is that the one that you're gonna catch on? Maybe. So I don't want to tell you to look for this. I'm just mentioning it because the body's down this way and you'll end up catching it as we swing around. As a matter of fact, I haven't pointed it out yet, but this whole area here is a female body. This is her face. I'll try to get her for you. Matter of fact, let me just do it now. See if I can find her. So what I'm doing is I'm turning my computer and I'm looking to see when I can get her in, where I'm going to get her in good. Now, because of this particular photo, I'm not getting her that good in all those other directions. It looks like she's going to be way over here somewhere. Usually I can get her from way over here. And what, let's see, maybe I can if I do it the opposite way. Let me see. Try it up here. Yeah, I probably could if I do it up here. Oh, you fucking bitch. Gotta keep moving the mouse every 3 minutes because the fucking thing locks me up. Yeah, I probably can get her pretty decent in one direction. Okay. So right here, I can get her, I don't want to exaggerate, probably 50, 60 different looks. This dark area, which I call shadow imagery. Now, when I go in and out of her face, I can also pull her face in a lot of different ways. Her face being right here. This is the seashell on the moon, by the way, for anybody, that is interested in any of this. So eye, nose, and mouth may not look like much at this particular angle and this depth. Don't worry about it. I'm going to show you the rest. I'm just slowly, going to bring this all in. So you might be catching like this large face, eye, nose, big ass nose and a big mouth, right? That takes up that whole area. It's even got a hairdo and everything like that. I can keep doing that all the way through. So I do see all these other images. Don't worry about that. Right now, I'm just trying to throw a few at you so you'll keep an eye on them as we're looking around over the next whatever I make of this. Seeing you guys are such fucking space alien freaks, I think I'm going to fucking lay into the moon really heavy. And seeing that nobody else except for Tian has interest in the Metellus, because Tian, you seem to be the only one interested in any of the Metellus stuff, and I'm glad you are. If you want to do something with me on the Metellus, I'd be happy to. We'll run it through Harald's Kautz series, and I'll do that with you, just like I'm going to do with Ziggy, because I'm going to do something with Ziggy too. I know I am. Anyways, okay, this is going to be the face. Her hair is going to be flowing off that way, which is all this white area ends up working as her hair. She's got, in one direction, she's got these pointy little cone titties. Then in another direction, she's got these small titties, just little titties. Her arm comes back this way. She's got a tail in another direction that she's holding a tail. It's full body imagery. Some of the weird shit about this particular image is see this white line right here at her waistline? Okay, in one direction, it looks like she's wearing some kind of pants because the legs come down separately. And another one, it looks like a skirt type thing. And I have not got wearing apparel figured out yet. So I don't know what to fucking say about, wearing apparel yet. Again, if somebody else was looking into all this shit, maybe we'd be able to figure it out. Just like glasses. See the glasses on this one here and here. Nose is right here. Eye, hairdo's up here. I'll try to come down like this and get them a little better for you. Now him too, same thing. Get him in a lot of different directions to look really good for you. Okay, right there you go again. Okay, see how when I'm saying eye, it goes up and over like this? That's nano rope. The nano rope goes up and over and grabs here. Then also the nano rope goes back that way and back that way. I only call it nano rope because you're thinking it's this big, large area. Yeah, well, that's the same way it works in the clouds, too. Same fucking thing. So I'm calling it nano rope so that hopefully people will understand what it is I'm getting at. But because it takes a lot of nano to make up something that large of a size. When I say nano rope, or when I'm talking about the builders, think about the pixels in a screen. Instead of being square, they're going to be triangular. They're triangular pixels. I'll mention that kind of stuff. So here's a real good ape face coming out with an eye, nose, and mouth down here of that one. You can see the whole head. All these different images that you space alien weirdos could fucking be trying to sell this to other people. The average Joe coming along, I tell you what, anybody in my fucking family, if you showed them this shit that I'm showing you here, except I'm telling you what it truly is, I'm pointing out the true facts of it, but you could certainly twist things around and say space alien. I mean, anybody that really goes and looks at it, though, they're going to know you're full of shit, unfortunately, for you. But for what I'm doing, I'm trying to show people what's really there, so you can take it upon yourself to go look for yourself. So back to her. She, you know, you can see the two different sets of titties that she's got. Okay. When you're looking around at her, I'll come back down here again, so I don't have to stand there. I can actually smoke while I'm looking around. Because there's so many. I mean, there's so many. So these faces up here, you can run your camera through. Let me turn this back on again, otherwise I have to start it all over. Okay, let me just work my camera up here for a minute. Let me get my arms settled. Okay, what I was saying a few minutes ago about this large eye. There's a large eye here, and you're going to not know what it goes to. You're going to be trying to find what it goes to. Don't worry about it. See what it plays into, because we can see easily, right? If I go like this, I angle my camera, I can see eye, nose, mouth down here. You can see his full fucking beard. You can see his hairdo all the way around. He's got this long hair going on, right? You can see that image clearly. You can move your camera around and you can go back and forth, so you get different lights and shadows to pull you in that particular image that I'm trying to get you to see right now. So I'm going to come back and forth. And now there's thousands of other images. So just in the faint, kind of like in the clouds when I'm telling you about the distances. I'm trying to get my stick in here. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so again, eye, nose, and mouth. So this eye that I'm pointing at to you, this large one, is working as a mouth for this bald guy. See, he's got a bald head and a little bit of hair back here going on in that large image. And this eye ends up being him with his mouth open. See him? I'll try to get him a little better for you. There you go. Now you getting him? Okay. And then you can come down a little bit, and it's image within image within image from the veil to the ground. So find my stick again. So now we can see the same eye that I'm looking. Now I never gave you the image that eye goes to yet, right? It's right here. One of them anyways, one of them. For that large eye. So large eye over here, nose right here, mouth right here of this one, which is should be one of the most popular ones because it does show up real easy. You can actually see a lot of these ones that I'm giving you now. You can see them with your eyes from the fucking ground. You don't even need a fucking telescope. And then the one I was just bringing you with the sunglasses up on the upper screen, remember I was talking about the nano rope going over the nose? It's right there. So I can change my camera angles and I can give you him in a lot of different ways. So I can give him you there. I can come over here. I can jump up to the top screen and give him to you there, and you can see the whole hairdo. Again, what impresses me is the wearing apparel, because he comes up in sunglasses in almost every different direction, that particular large image, because you have these. I never really counted them. I'm just guesstimating how many of each, but and definitely not the ones that are deep down. Because see, when you go deep in like this, watch, I'll let the camera settle for a minute. I got the camera pretty much sitting on top of the fucking screen, right? Let me touch the screen. Okay, so I got the camera pretty much on the screen, so I'm going to keep turning my camera right now until I get my light that I need in order to show you the imagery. Because I can see it with my eyes, but in order to show it to you, I need to keep turning the camera until I can get you the imagery in, because I'm so tight down on the screen, right? So here we go. So now that I'm down deep enough, I'm looking for my lights and shadows. So here you go. So there's my lights and shadows. Now you should be able to start seeing some of these images. There's one face there, and I'm trying not to scratch my fucking screen, because then people will say that I'm intentionally putting imagery in there. I'm turning it a little so you try to get it more clear for you. I also have to light my cigarette, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. I want to start putting out the word to flat earthers. You guys should really, the minion of the flat earthers, I should say. I really am sincere when I say this shit to you guys. When I'm talking to anybody on YouTube, whether it's even if I'm talking to this guy, Wolfus here and stuff like that, I'm really being sincere as I possibly can. Even when I think someone's fucking with me, I'm still being sincere. So I'm sincere when I say this to the flat earthers. You minion should really get on the ass of your heroes, your idols, the channels that you really look up to. Gotta move the fucking mouse again. Because there's a lot of good ones. There are a lot of good flat earth channels out there of people that might really be on the awakening, and they're gonna see all this and they're gonna get it and they're gonna take right the fuck off with it. Even though I refuse to use the terminology flat earth, you guys are definitely closer to the real actual model than anyone else. And because I'm offering you guys a flat moon map model, I'm going to show you some shit on the moon map model, you flat earthers, that I really think that you guys are really going to enjoy. To show you the connections between the stars, the sun, and the earth and everything, the whole reason why I'm going with the moon map model. And I'm saying this because some of the people that I would like to call out, I'm looking at this big beast right now. Some of the people that I want to call out on the that have flat earth channels, they're going to be very much against the moon model because of the way that atmospheric conditions work, I guess is how I'll word it. They're going to be saying, no, 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 it can't be because the wind blows this certain way, or north and south is this, and east and west is that, and everything. You think that you took it all out of, all the bullshit stories out of everything, but you didn't. And if you go and look at what it is I'm trying to show you, you'll see the rest of it. You won't be calling it a flat earth anymore, though, once you do. I can guarantee you that. You won't call the earth flat anymore. You'll realize that whole thing was a fucking psyop, and you fell for it, and no big deal. You fell for a million other fucking psyops in your life, so who cares? And the people that I got on my mind, okay, there's the face of, that large one that I was going to try to show you. But I'm angling my camera a different way because I'm down deep. But I'm going to stay here because there's a lot of darker images, again, lights and shadows. There's these darker ones that I think I can get you the detail in them. So I'm going to bring you in on them. And plus, I got to hit play again. And I got to move my fucking mouse again. Okay. Okay, so the face that I was saying goes with the body right there, that dark spot. Now look at all the imagery that's up and around here, okay? I'll bring you up. So there's a large eye right here. Let me get my fucking stick again. There's a large eye here. It's not going to go with nothing over here that I can remember except for way over there. So if I come around this way, I might be able to get you that one. Otherwise, everything else that those eyes go with are all up here, around the outskirts. I used to say the top of the moon, but it's the outskirts. And some of these images are so crisp, and not some of them, most of them at different angles are going to be so crisp and clear to you that it's undeniable. It will be undeniable. You won't be able to deny it anymore. Okay, what I was saying, trying to put a shout out to anybody that's the flat earthers. There were some really good ones before I got off of the flat earthers, but I got distracted by fucking some other shit. I don't even want to keep talking about it because I get blamed for name dropping. But But I got sidetracked. You know, I let it happen. It was purposeful. It's not like he was tricking me or anything. I wanted to see where it was going to go. That's why I did what I did. And I'm glad I did. I mean, I learned a lot from doing those series. But what I was on, I was about to go into, were a whole bunch of other flat earthers that I really liked. I mean, they're nice guys, and they, if they didn't go too crazy with shit, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, Globebusters, to me, they're full of shit. Anybody that was ever affiliated with the Potato Heads, you know, I think you guys are going to be full of shit. And I know that the word got back to most of you guys. Another one, what's his name? Antonio Subarats, right? That's how you say his name. I used to like Antonio, but Antonio just kept seeming more and more like he was gonna be full of shit, and I stopped watching his videos. It was like, but he might not be. I could be mistaken, but I also know that Antonio's got the word on all this. So if he's got the word on it all, and he's had a month or two to go look at it, which he has, even more than that, and you've had that much time to go look at it, what it is I'm telling you, in every area, you should have something by now. You should be doing some shit on his channel to show you what I'm trying to show you. And I don't see that happening when I look around at people's channels. Flat water, flat earth. Those guys I like, but they've got the term flat earth right in their fucking title. So automatically it goes against anything I believe in, you know, that I can prove, that I can show you for yourself. You can go see it for yourself. So that's one of the things. Otherwise, I would really like to go at those guys. I mean, I don't want to be bothered with fucking Harald Kautz, Wolfus. You're dreaming. If you think he's the one of my first choices for calling out, fuck no. I mean, I like Harald because of, all right, some of the things that he's talking about. You have to pull the little pieces of truth out of the shit that he's saying. That's why. That's one of the reasons why I liked him, is because at least there was some little pieces of truth. So that means if he's got little particles of truth he's sharing with everyone, then there's a possibility. I don't even know how good that possibility is, but there is a possibility that he could be a accidental, coincidental lying motherfucker, just like you might be, Wolfus. If you're not Harold himself, you could just be coincidentally a lying motherfucker. You may not be purposeful. It seems like you're purposeful because you keep coming in, making all kinds of comments to me about my videos, blaming me for YouTube fuck jobs, and you know, possibly being the one that's knocking out my computers and my phones for all I know. I don't fucking know. And you're doing all kinds of shit like that. And for somebody that's not interested and thinks that I'm full of shit, and then you keep trying to distract everything that I'm doing. Everything I'm doing, you're talking about Harold. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm showing you fucking clouds, trees, moon. If you go look at my past series, all the shit that I'm about to get into on Harold's series, I would think that someone as sciencey as you know, would be very interested in all this. But no, it's not what I'm getting out of you. So you don't see none of these faces then, right? Even when I'm doing this good of a job at showing them to you, even though it's unfucking deniable, even though I'm telling you, you can see it for yourself. I'm explaining to you lights and shadows, angles, turns. I'm explaining to you depths and is going to change. I'm explaining it all very clearly, as good as an uneducated fucking dumbass could do. So how am I your enemy? How am I supposed to, why are you down my fucking back and then my shit bugging me? You should be bugging Harold. You should be bugging all the other people who fucking lied to you. You should be calling all your teachers and your you know, professors and saying, why the fuck did you tell me all this shit about the sun and the moon, and it doesn't work anything like that. I can see it for myself. I'm glad I found at this point in my life, because I mean, This is fucking ridiculous, you bunch of lying motherfuckers. That's what you should be doing. I don't know why you're upset at me for showing it to you, or anybody else for that matter. It seems to really affect you that I'm showing it to everyone. And all of you can do this, by the way. Anybody coming to my videos does not take a degree, doesn't take any fucking thing. All you gotta do is look. And if you look, you fucking see it, right? Trying to move the mouse again. Okay, I'm going to come back down because I'm giving you all these faces. I'm talking about that eye that was right here, that big eye, because if I go in deep, I can show you, that human face there that I was showing you earlier, but then I can come back this way and show you all the other things that eye works for. I also would like to check out that other body image that I found too. Found another body image today. I'm showing you how you can go right in real fucking deep. Let your camera set for a minute, let it adjust so that you can do this and look at some of the deep down imagery. Look at the color that you get out of some of these as I come through. Like, on these faces here and stuff like that. Look at the color that you're going to pull out of there. Granted, we got a lot of contrast that I'm helping you with, but don't worry about it. You'll still get the color out of it, even in a black and white. Even if it's a black and white photo, you'll get all that color out of it too. When I did one of my first series, I was explaining to Sylvie from the New Earth channel. Now they're all good friends. They're all YouTube buddies, because they're all seem to me to be agents. And I liked Sylvie a lot. I mean, she's got seems like a nice girl. And is that her name? Sylvie, right? Yes. No. Yeah, Sylvia. Maybe it's Sylvia or Sylvia. But I showed her how to do all this shit a long time ago. But she also has a problem with being on a ball. She thinks she's on a ball. She thinks that space aliens had something to do with it all. They're looking for the Atlanteans. Nothing ever happened to the fucking Atlanteans. It was just a different time. When we have these die-offs, everybody don't die off. That's not what happens. We just go into a new age, and everybody that was here is here. The resets, I don't even think have a complete die-off. The 6,000 year marks that I was talking about, I think the new program starts, and you might have a large die-off, but it's not a total die-off. Just twisting my camera around, and when I come back for the research vids, I'll get you on all these a lot better. I'm just trying to bring you in and show you different areas, these lighter areas that are very white to your eyes. That's where I'm looking at right now, and in these areas. So go to the Sea of Tranquility and pound your camera in there a little bit harder so that you can catch these. See them? See them in there? Gonna move my camera slow for you. Hold on. And then I'll angle it up for a little more darkness for you to give you some more shadows, because otherwise if you got too much light, you're not going to be able to make anything out of the images. You'll have too much light. You have to have both lights and shadows. See these images? I'm not pointing at them because I'm smoking. The great thing about the moon, the imagery never changes. It's not like the clouds. So Harold's telling you holographic images in the clouds. You got the potato heads all telling you holographic images that the moon is a holographic image. They all give you half-truths, part-truths. It's one of the things that I look out for, and one of the reasons why I determine who's full of shit or not, right? Because if they're making a claim like that, let's say if the potato heads, for example, if the potato heads are all out there telling you guys that the moon is a holographic image, right? Then why are they not showing you what I'm showing you? The potato heads all have this information now. Their minion are on my channel. So they have this information. They know they can go to the moon and pull in all this imagery that I'm showing you now with just a $30 shit camera and be able to do real top quality videos and show you that the imagery in the moon never changes. Would not be evidence for them to try at least claiming, see, I was right, it was a holographic image all along, and the moon is a holographic image with all these images within it? Okay, the reason why they cannot do that I've not seen anybody do yet, and I'm daring people to do it. I'm calling people out just for that reason. Because the reason why they cannot do that is because then the rest of it would come out. That's why I'm going in on the snowbanks. That's why I'm going in on the water. That's why I'm going in on the ocean. That's why I'm going in on the reefs. That's why I'm pulling a digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from all these areas. The fact that the moon's imagery never changed is great evidence for a lot of shit that we want to know about, want to know the truth about. And I'll also say, too, that there's no need to have the final part of the story if you're not willing to even look at this. You know what I mean? If you're not even willing to look, then how can you go to the final part of the story? You know, is it space aliens? Is it the God we were always told it was? Is it, I don't know, use one of the other religions. Is the human fantasy and the human world anything that we were ever told? Why even bother fucking going there yet? First go and look, soak up all the imagery, see if we can. We're obviously not going to be in agreement about body imagery, things like that. I'm trying to point out to people every time we get in one of those debates, I'm not saying there's no body imagery, because I'm showing you body imagery. What I'm saying is I don't include it in the major program. That's, I guess, that's my point about it. Because it is there, and it's more than shadow imagery. I don't even accept shadow imagery. In fact, if I don't have enough light to pull in a nice, crisp, clear imagery, I see the image, I appreciate it, but I don't count it. I can't. And that happens with body imagery. A lot of times with body imagery, I'm not able to grab fingers and things like that. Like that 2-3 videos ago, I was bringing in on one of the images that had breasts. And you only get the shoulders, the breast, and the face of the image. So I'm calling it a she. But that's only from one particular angle at one particular distance. Now, I've been sitting in front of this moon for 2 videos already, and I haven't even moved it from this direction. So imagine how many fucking angles I got to go around to get it from every different direction. And it's going to take, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to lay into this. What's this now? Richie Allen show. I'm gonna do that for you guys. I am gonna bring in on all the rest of the moon, and I'll do a real good job on the moon, better than anybody else, better than any of my past series. Mostly because I'm just getting better at doing it. But in order to show you all the images, it does take a little bit of time, and I have to work at all angles, and it's a lot of fucking imagery. It's gotten easier. But the hard part was not seeing it. The hard part is showing it to you, Anyways, let's see which direction I'm going to go in. So some of the other things that I was saying to... to the flat earthers, what I'd like to do, I do offer it to you guys all the time. Any flat earthers that come to my channel, I do offer it up, and no one's ever taken me up on it yet. At least not under their real names. Even if they come in under a fake name, I didn't mind that Brian did that. I really didn't. Brian came in and under many other fake names before too, and I tried calling him out, and then he'd go away and then come back up under a new name and whatever, and then he'd show himself, you know, who he was by something he would say. He would say something, whatever, and I'm like, oh, that's probably Brian, you know. And then finally he came in, and I thought we were going to do a series together in a serious way, but he just didn't want to put his name on it. You know, in other words, show me what you know, and maybe I'll get it, but I don't. That's what I was hoping for anyways. You know, same thing I'm saying about Rufus. If Rufus ends up being Harold, same thing goes for you. You can come in under your fake name, and we can do a series together. You know, I don't mind that. I'd be willing to do that and just play along. And then later, of course, I'll just tell everybody my opinion, and I'd say that was definitely seemed like it was Harold or whatever. But not if you're going to come in and just distract, because that's all you're doing. That's all this character Rufus is doing. So if it is you, Harold, it's pretty fucking stupid. That ain't the way to do it. It doesn't work with me anyways. Because I just use whatever's being said to make the videos and show points that someone else might ask, you know. So if even if your question's not even a serious question, and you just only asking it because you think I don't have an answer for it or some shit like that, you know, if that's the case. Okay, I'm gonna go in deep over here again. Again, I'm pretty far out, so I'm going to go all the way down till I'm tapping the camera on the screen, and then I'm going to come back a little just so you know I'm on the screen. I know it's real dark to the right, but I'm using my lights and shadows, and I'm more or less looking right down the middle at some of these other images that you might not get without those shadows, because it would all be so bright. And then when I turn my camera, I can pull back light back in as I go around. It's fucking amazing to me, man. And the thing is, you can do this any moon. If you go watch some of my old series, I explain that over and over again, that you can download the moon onto your laptop and do exactly what I'm doing here. So this is nothing new for me to be showing this like this to people. But never have I ever gotten anybody back saying, dude, check this out. I just did fucking 8 research vids of the moon. Wait till you see this. You know, no one's ever fucking doing that. I'm still checking out that large eye too, because I'm going to try to bring you into the other images that go with it. That large one there, which goes right now at this moment with this eye over here somewhere. I'm going by the size of it. I know that it works as an eye. Part of it works as the eye for that image there that I was showing you. I'm at 34 minutes already. Yeah, once I do the remasters, like you say, I'll be able to go in on everything a little better. See, I'm pulling in the light right now. The camera, because I'm trying to give you some of these. For example, eye, nose, mouth, okay? And the reason I'm specifically trying to bring you in on some of these particular ones is the shapes of the eyes. If you look at the shapes of the eyes, now the one I'm giving you now is all in the dark. I'll show you the image, another image that he's within in a second. So just keep an eye on eye, nose, and mouth. Now, when you really look at that nose real good, now see if I bring you up too high, you're going to get another one. So let me crop them a little bit for you. You're probably picking up several of them. All right, so try to stay on this one just for a minute more, and then I'll bring you to a bunch more. So eye, nose, and mouth open. You could put that in a space alien category for you space alien guys that believe in outer space. But when I come in, and if anybody ever shows it to me, I'll do the same thing to you that I'm doing now. Like I'm doing the Herald right now, and say, come on, man. You know how many fucking... First of all, if you were going to do anything, it's a rodent. First of all, it's a rodent's face. And second of all, if it was going to go anywhere but rodent, because due to the shape of the eyes or anything else, then I would ask you to look again from every fucking angle. That's what I would ask you next. Because if you're going to try to pull in another category of imagery, then you better go to bugs. You better go to those kind of things, because to say space aliens is just fucking retarded. You're fucking stupid as shit, man. I mean, the space alien shit's... I know you don't think so because, you know, it's everything that you believe in, but it's fucking bullshit. Even the shit that Harold's showing with the spider and stuff like that was fucking stupid. Anyways, the larger image that one's within. Eye, same eye. Follow it over here for the hairline. Comes all the way around for that larger image, which is eye, nose, same mouth. Then I come out a little bit further. Try to keep the angle. There you go. And then we can even get in on a larger image using that same area, and we'll get the larger image. Let me see if we can get him. And then he'll end up going more human looking as I go further that way. And then a bunch of other ones that you might be catching if anybody is watching these. So you might go eye, nose, and mouth, and there's a rodent there. There's another rodent going that way. Then, as I was looking around, I started saying, oh, I came back down because you might pull in... Oh, that's why my mouse... I got to move my mouse again. Because what may happen is if you pull in the right light, you may end up seeing this rat's face, because it's, again, another rodent. Eye, tip of his nose is right here. You can see his mouth line. I'll try to get him for you. Yeah, he falls into more of that category than a canine. Let's see. Come in and grab more light. Where is he? There he is. And I put him in the rat category, in a rodent category, because he had whiskers. He had these whiskers right here that looked like more like mouse whiskers in the shape of the front of his head and everything like that. So, you know, it is image within image within image, so you do have to look. And I'll come back down this way and we'll start catching them again. And now I'm angled down with my camera, almost straight on with the screen. But you got to remember, I got the screen going sideways. And what I'm using that for is to pull in lights and where I want them, and be able to show you the shadows. So again, look at all the rodents' faces. You know what I mean? There's a lot of rodent faces. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast is the same thing in the moon. It's the same thing in the veil. A lot of human faces up this way, so I'll bring you in on those. You know, so you should be able to like make out this.